Big Boss Sham Fitness in the house. Let's get after it.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Big Boss Sham Fitness by yours truly, Sham Garcinet. And today we will have a gem of a video where I'm teaching you a full lower and upper body stretch routine. Yes, I said it, an upper and lower body, vice versa, stretch routine. Many times I hear clients saying, Sham, I want to stretch, but I don't know how. How should I do so? And I give them a full routine that they could do at any specific time. So this is your opportunity to get so, yes. But also, do not forget to check my how-to tutorial section for the foam rolling video that I put up as well, because stretching, foam rolling, everything goes hand in hand. But this is not what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about stretching your entire body. So I always start with the foundation, which is the legs. So everything we do, I'm going to explain to you why you're doing it. So let's get started. All right. So first, a lot of people have issues with ankle mobility, and that could stem all the way up to squatting and different things of that nature. So we're going to start off with an ankle mobility routine, all right? I'm going to show it to you in different various ways. So first, we're going to start off with our left leg. The idea is to get into a half kneeling stance, and all I'm going to do is track my knee down the middle of my foot. And I'll do that about 10 times, but for the sake of video, I'm going to speed it up. So all I'm going to do is lean forward, hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then come straight back. So normally, when I do this, I'll do this anywhere from 5 to 10 reps. So what I'm doing now is stretching out the dorsiflexion portion. So dorsiflexion is the ability to lean into your ankle without your heel coming off the ground. So I know a lot of times you guys see those squatters and it looks like they have perfect mobility, their back is straight. And one of the main reasons why is because they have ankle mobility. Now I'm going to switch to the opposite leg. Same concept, half kneeling stance, making sure you're even. Nice. So this is a staple in my stretching routine, being that I've always had, I've broken this ankle, torn ligaments, sprained this ankle to a point where I needed to be in a cast for 2 weeks. So after that, I'm like, Sham, we need to figure some things out. All right, so like I said, I'm tracking my knee down the middle of my foot, holding the stretch for a couple of seconds. Perfect. All right, so now, once we're done with that, we're gonna take it directly to the ground. So what I like to do is start off with the hamstrings, which is back here, the back of your legs, first. So what I'll do is I'll stretch. I'll show you from this angle. Starting off with the right leg, this foot is at an angle. All I'm going to do is take my right hand, reach for the toe, then I'm going to slowly walk out my left hand and reach as far as I can. And I hold each stretch anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds. All right? Good. I'll relax. I'll do everything twice. So same concept. I reach here, reach as far as I can. But remember, we're all starting at different levels, so if you don't have the certain flexibility or mobility to reach, wherever you reach is where you live. But you have to remember to take deep breaths. So, and as you exhale, you want to reach a tad bit deeper. Good. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the opposite side. So left leg, right leg is at an angle. I'm going to take my left hand, reach, touch my toe. Then I'm going to take my right hand and crawl slowly in. Good, relax. I'm going to do the same thing again. So the breathing, as you exhale, your muscles tend to relax. So it's very, very, very important to take deep breaths, because you'll see a lot of people trying to reach and they're like, and I'll tell my client, take a breath, and they're like, oh, that's what it is. So same concept, we're going to do everything twice. Good, so now We're gonna bring it full circle and have both legs being stretched at the same time. So if you can't reach your toes this way, we can start off at an angle first. So widen the gap so that way you can reach. But wherever you live, if it's right here, that's perfectly fine. The more you do it, just like anything else, a habit can be made in 30 days, the better you'll get. So we'll reach here. Nice. Now from here, we'll go into a stretch that you see a ton of people do all the time. This is a groin stretch, right? Stretching out the adductors. So you'll see people from time to time doing this. They lean forward, and you're not gonna get the most out of your capability of stretching out your groin. The idea is to push the hips forward, then lean forward. So I'm maintaining a tall spine. So let's show it from this point of view. I'm going to maintain a tall spine and push my hips forward as I'm abducting. So that means I'm trying to bring my legs towards the ground, pushing my hips forward. Good, I'm gonna relax. Then I'm gonna do it again. Nice, so another stretch, which is one of my favorite that goes into play with getting deep in your squats, because great adductor mobility allows you to be able to get deep into your squats, which is basically your inner thigh, is where we're gonna position our feet kind of in a frog-like stance. Now I'm gonna take my elbows, place it in front of me, we'll rock forward, and then come back. If you listen closely, you could have heard some things open up. Rock forward, come back. I get to a point where I start dynamically being able to do this. Right? So the idea is to make sure I open up those adductors as best as possible. So with that frog stretch, I would, on a first level stage or beginner stage, I would just rock back and hold each stretch for 10 to 15 seconds, about 2 rounds. So now we're gonna stretch out the lower back. So all I'm gonna do is lie on my back. I'm gonna hug my knees as tight as I can. Breathe in, breathe out. This is stretching out all the lower vertebral columns. So you got the L1 through 5. This is a lot of my clients' favorite stretch. Now we're gonna do it again. Nice, relax. So now we're gonna get into the glutes. So from here, I'm gonna cross over. I'm gonna choose my right leg to cross over my left leg. I'm gonna take my right hand, wrap it around my right leg, take the left hand, wrap it around, and I'm gonna pull towards my left, but gently. Just pulling this up, you may feel a stretch. If you feel as if you wanna feel more of a stretch, you're gonna do a slight twist. 10 to 15 seconds, relax, same thing. 10 to 15 seconds, relax. Now what I'll do is I'll take my left hand and I'll place it over that right leg and I'll twist. This really works the right side of the lower back. So this is awesome for stretching out the QL. QL is this portion of your back, for those who don't know. So now I'm gonna switch to the opposite side. Same concept, I'm placing my left foot over my right foot. I'm gonna take my left hand, my right hand, and I'm gonna pull it towards me and I twist towards the extended foot. Now you should be feeling an awesome stretch directly into that glute. Good, I'm gonna do it again. This is one of the main reasons why throughout these years of lifting and training, I've remained predominantly healthy, is because I take care of myself. I don't want to be that 60-year-old man that can barely walk because he's not mobile. So it's very important that this is a part of your recovery aspect. Good. So same concept, grab, twist. Get into that lower back. I'll do it again. Beautiful. So now we're going to get into stretching out different positions of the glutes and the hips with what is called a pigeon stretch, or I call it a 90-90 stretch. So what that is I'll take my right foot, I'll place it in front of my body at about a 90-degree angle, and place the foot behind me at a 90-degree angle. All I'm going to do is try to get my head to get towards that foot. Lean forward. You want to hold each for about 10 to 15 seconds. Lean it again. Good. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the opposite side. Get a good angle. Nice and tall, foot in front. Try to get my head towards my toe. Good. Relax. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Good. Nice. Now I'm going to get into aspects of the hip and the quad. All right? So I want you guys to watch me closely. We're going to get into a half kneeling stance. The same way I did when I was stretching out, when I was getting into my ankle. All I'm going to do is take the leg that is up and extend this portion of my foot forward. So it won't be about 90 degrees, which normally it is this way. It's going to be a little bit more, so closer to 180. So I'm going to use this momentum to lean forward into this right hip. Now you should feel a stretch in that hip. Now what I'm going to do is have my hands fully extended. I'm going to slowly raise them up, interlock the thumb, and lean away from the hip that's being stretched. Relax, I'm going to do it again. Lean forward, slowly raise my hands, interlock my thumbs, lean away. Relax. Now from this position as well, we can focus solely on the quad. So now, I'm going to lean forward, place this hand as a base of support, grab the back of my foot, and pull. Gently and slowly. Each person has a certain level of fitness, so if just being here is enough, then that works. But when you get to a certain point, you'll hold here. Good, I'm going to relax. Do it again. Lean forward. Stretch. Good. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Foot, this is 90. We want a little bit closer. Move it out closer to about 180 or 110, 120 for you mathematicians out there. So I'm going to lean forward. Ooh, that's sore right there. Slowly raise my hands to a vertical position, interlock my thumbs, and lean away from the hip. Good. Same thing. Lean forward. Slowly raise my hands. Good. So now I'm going to stretch out the quad as well. Place this left hand down for a base of support. Grab that ankle. Good. Same concept. Good. Relax. So now we're going to move into stretches for the upper body. First thing we're going to start off with is wrist and forearm mobility. A lot of times people can't get in the bench presses and overhead presses because their wrists are not mobile. So this is a great way of doing so, and even handstands. So what we're going to do, show it to you from the side, going to get into a double kneeling position, place my hands straight down in front of me. All I'm going to do is make sure my hands are all the way down. You're going to pretend as if this is your foot and this is your ankle, this is your calf. So when you want to stretch out your calf, you're going to lean forward. So I'm going to push forward into my wrist. I'll already feel it coming up my forearms. Lean forward. Now, what I'll do is, if this is where you live, this is where you live. But the next stage, which is what I do, is I'll keep the bottom portion of my knuckles, of my palm, down on the ground, and all I'll do is I'll raise my hand. So it's like I'm doing a calf raise. So I'm leaning forward, and I'm doing about 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, I'm going to reverse. Do the same concept. I'm going to lean back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last but not least, to get the anterior side of the forearm, I'm going to have on the palm of on the forefront of the fist, I'm going to have them rest on the ground. All I'm going to do is bring them together, and I'm going to pretend like I'm trying to extend my elbows. So now we're stretching the anterior side of the fist and all of the forearms. I'm doing 10 here. Just putting them together may be a stretch enough. This really gets into 10. Good. Now, you can do this either sitting or standing, but we'll do it from a seated standpoint. So it's very simple. I'll take one of my hands, I'll extend it, put it across my body, wrap my other hand around, and pull. This is going to get all into the shoulder and the real depth. Same concept, about 10 to 15 seconds. I'll shorten it for the purpose of the video. Relax. Pull it across. Relax. Same thing on the opposite side. Relax. 2. Relax. Now we'll get here. This is for the tricep, so I'm going to extend the hand, place it behind my head, take the opposite hand, and tug on the elbow. 1. Remember, we do everything twice through 10 to 15 seconds. Now I'm going to get a different portion of the tricep, which is the long head, where I bring it behind my head this way and pull it. Same concept again. Try to scratch my back, pull. Good. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the opposite side. Good. Now we're going to go after the long head. Scratch my back, pull across. 8. Let's do it again. Good. Last but not least, we're going to stretch out the whole entire lining from the ribs all the way up. I'm going to interlock my hands. This is similar to what you did previously when we were stretching out that hip, and all I'm going to do is lean to the right. Lean to the left, stretching out your lats as well. Lean to the right. Lean to the left. Perfect. So this is a full body stretch routine that I normally like to do post-workout. If you see my foam rolling video, I like to foam roll and do some dynamic warm-up exercises as well. So the dynamic video is coming up really, really soon. And once you put those 3 together, you're going to be unstoppable. But this is a stretch routine that I've added certain things, but the base and the foundation has been there for over 15 years. And it's something that hasn't failed me, and I remain mobile, and I'm giving it out to you guys so you guys can be mobile as well. But thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, comment below. Don't forget to like. Shamgar, Sanat, Big Boss Fitness is over and out.